Welcome back to the channel, guys. So today I'm going to take you through what I eat on a low carb day. So today I'm not actually at work, we've got a rostered day off. So I'm going to be able to run through exactly what I eat just without being at work. So let's get to it. Okay, so here we've got oats. Just using the plain labelled rolled oats from Woolworths. And we want about 90 grams. Perfect. So my total calories are actually 2,200 roughly, with 215 grams of protein, 136 grams of carbs from my low carb days, and fat, so around 80 grams too. So within that, we also have 100 grams of frozen berries. So after that, we just add a bit of water, probably around half a cup. So we chuck that in the microwave for 2 minutes on high. Then after it's come out, we'll drain a little bit of water and throw in some protein. So the rest of the day, you're gonna be able to see all of my meals and how I place them out. So today for breakfast, I'll load up with about 40% of those 136 grams of carbs. Second meal will generally have no carbs. Then my third meal will have about 20%. Then I usually work out in the afternoon, but today's gonna be a little bit different because I've got the day off. I'm gonna be training with Hayden at about 11, so that's only in a couple of hours. Then I'll usually have my last meal will be the other 40% of carbs, being post-workout, where your body needs it sort of the most. So I'll have a lot more there, but those are my calories at the moment. With this breakfast meal, I'll go through the calories on that too. So that's the protein that I use, Muscle Farm, just protein powder. It's actually got 5 protein sources in it, 25 grams of protein, and it's gluten-free and 130 calories. So great taste too, so I'll add vanilla into most of my meals just because it tastes so much better. So all I need to do now is stir that up, and we have breakfast. I need a coffee too. Can't start my day without coffee. Everybody's different. If you really want to track it all, then do it, but I haven't been. So that's it. Some oats mixed in with frozen berries, vanilla, protein, with a little bit of water, and my coffee with only a touch of milk and the sweetener. And these are all the ingredients. So we got frozen mixed berries, they're about $4. Your combat protein, which is about $80 to $90. And then your rolled oats, which are around $1. So during my days off, or when I get home from work, this is where I fill out all of my order slips. So when customers buy my apparel, this is where I come, grab them, grab the post bags, set up the labels, and then pack it all pretty much. So I'll chuck in a few stickers as well for people that spend over about $50. But that's it. Like, I'm trying to push out this stock where we've got shorts, women's singlets, the leggings, and then we've got the men's singlets, men's trackies, men's tees, and they're black trackies too. So I'm pushing those out before we get the next range happening. And then behind me is actually where we do all the photo shoots. So I've just decked out my garage this way until we progress into a bigger warehouse. But at the moment, this is doing me pretty well. I'm gonna change this into a bit of a gym as well. So I've got my mirrors up there. So in the years to come, I'm gonna deck it out with some dumbbells, a maybe a bench, and maybe a squat rack. And we'll just go from there. See if I can make a little bit of extra money there training people in my garage. But that's what I do on my off time. So I've got to pack this one now and post it off right before we go to the gym. How cool are these? So I just dropped off the parcel. Now we're going to head off to the gym. I had 1 scoop of Defcon pre-workout, and I'm thinking maybe I'll get an espresso coffee as well from the servo station, just to warm my body up. That's another tip as well. So if you guys have a cold body, or you've been sitting down and it's sort of less circulation, one way to sort of boot that up is I'll crank up the heater, and on my way to the gym, make sure that my body temperature has risen, and I've actually got some functionality into the body. So I might like move around, or like a good one's probably like road rage. You know, if you get a little bit angry on the road, you actually feel the blood rushing around your body. Not that I endorse doing that, but it does give you a killer pump as well. So it makes the caffeine actually work a lot better. So just a few little tips there for you guys if you want the to maximize your pre-workout. So that pre-workout only had about 250 milligrams of caffeine. My body's used to upwards of around 300 to 400 milligrams. But I'm trying to get off the stuff, so especially leading up to a comp, I don't want to be relying on it. But on another note, if your performance in the gym is lacking because you're not having pre-workout for a prep, then I'd have it. Okay, you don't want to waste your workouts because you're eating less food, you've got less energy, and you're worried about the sodium or the fillers in these pre-workouts. If that's going to give you a better workout, keep having it and maybe drop it out a few days before the competition. And yeah, I just wouldn't stress too much about that stuff. Just focus on the big keys like your calories and carbohydrates. And then away we go. So this is my post-workout meal. I forgot to video my banana. So I've already had my banana after a workout. I like to have my carbs or my sugars straight after I finish a workout with a protein shake, but I totally forgot to have it. So I'm having a protein shake now, and that's isolated protein. So it takes the stress off the metabolism. Isolate being a lot more accessible for the metabolism and the body to break down, making it more absorbed and faster. So I'm having some of that now. I did find that in the cupboard, it was left over, so that's why I'm having it. Very expensive though, like compared to like an $80 tub, Isolate would probably be upwards of about $120. But if that's a protein that you need to digest, to find it easier to digest, then Isolate's much, much easier than just the normal whey or casein. But I'll have it just because it is a lot easier to digest, and I have got a meal cooking at the moment, which I've got to also eat, so I don't want too much food in my stomach at once. So I'll have that, and then we'll move on to my next meal. So this is a large. Don't think it's actually there proper large. So I don't like the sit, feels a bit too tight here. Material's fine, like actually feels more elastane But for their large, it's kind of looks and feels a bit uncomfortable. So now this is pretty much my lunch or my post-workout meal. On a normal day, it'll be after a workout, probably like dinner. So this will be another 40% of my total carbs, of that 136 grams for my total day. That works out to be about 57 grams of carbs. So there's still a fair bit of carbs in there. Like that is almost like 50% sweet potato. Don't really track the sources as much. I'm not too stressed about those. When I do get into the final week of prep, I may cut those out, but we'll just sort of see how I feel. I'm feeling pretty easy going at the moment. I'm feeling strong, I look good. So, I mean, and this was after having my high carb Saturday, Sunday, and that was just a load up of bread. So, if my body can absorb bread, it's going to utilize these sources pretty damn good. So I'm not too stressful about that. The only thing you'd kind of want to worry about there with the sources is just the sodium. But most of the things that we have in our day-to-day life are very, very high in sodium. So for us cutting out little pieces of our normal diet, we've probably cut a fair bit of our sodium anyway. So if you cut out sort of soft drinks, Monster Energy drinks, which I haven't cut out yet, but they've got a ton of sodium. All your supplements as well, full of salt. So you're kind of stressing about little things that don't necessarily matter. If you're feeling good, you're looking good. For our comp, it's more of a visual comp. They don't really gauge you on weight. They'll just put you in your height category and then judge you on your symmetry and your muscularity round. So I haven't got any greens in this. I might chuck some spinach in there actually just for a little bit of fiber, and that's going to take care of pretty much keep the strength up in my metabolism. And I'll enjoy this meal, do a little bit of a puzzle maybe. I don't know, just relax, because I've got Carly coming over now or later today to try on more samples. I'm going to get some more photos done. Then I've pretty much got to prep for, which I have prep for lunches tomorrow. So this is my preps. I've bulk cooked sweet potato, and then my chicken, all I had left was one for one meal. So I'm gonna go with broccoli in these ones. Boom. So I've got smoko first meal, which is less carbs. Sorry, that's lunch, less carbs. Smoko has no carbs, unfortunately. Then after workouts, I can come home and my dinner's ready. I don't have to stress about cooking things. So if you can get your preps in order for at least the next few days, it makes so much of a difference on stress levels, especially if you're an active person like me and you've got a lot of things going on. Have your meals prepped. Just take that time out on Sunday, prep your meals, or Saturday, and make the next few days a lot easier. I would have prepped for longer, but I'm off to Queensland on Thursday, so there's no point prepping meals when I'm not going to be here. So we'll see how the prep goes over there in Queensland. But at the moment, I've just prepped for today, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we're off for Thursday. But I'll let you know what the next meal entitles. I might even put a little bit of a mix together, because I'm running out of daylight. But we'll see. So, oh my handle, what the hell? This is actually my dinner. I don't have any carbs, and I really don't feel like chicken and salad with like olive oil or something like that, although that would be ideal, hitting my macros for fats and proteins. With this one, actually scrambled up 2 whole eggs, 250 grams of egg whites, And I actually have got 50 grams of no added sodium peanut butter. And that sort of gives you a total of about 550 calories. You got a total of about 36 grams of fat. And then we've got about 55, just under 55 grams of protein. And we want to keep the carbs down low, but it's hard to avoid carbohydrates in some foods like that are manufactured, like peanut butter. So there's a little bit of carbs in that, about 5 grams. So the total of that's not too bad. As long as we're trying to keep it down with fiber, we can really control the amount of carbs that we have and allow a little bit more. So this is actually what it looks like now. It's actually delicious, don't knock it. Eggs with peanut butter, it's amazing. I think anything with peanut butter is amazing. So this is what it looks like now. Not that bad. So I'm gonna mix up the peanut butter inside the eggs and make sure that I keep up my water to at least 3 litres minimum per day. I do find I have a lot of coffee as well, so I've got to keep that down. But after this, all I've got left is a little bit of protein and a little bit more fat. So I might just have a protein shake and some more peanut butter before bed. But I'll show you guys that anyway, and then you get a full day of low carbs and what I go through. So this, I pretty much eat the exact same thing, but I'm at work. And I'll try and keep my fiber, so my greens up higher, so that I seem fuller while I'm at work. And yeah, that's pretty much a day's eating. So we've got Weight Watchers cottage cheese, no added sugar or salt, peanut butter, and casein, your nighttime protein. So we want 100 grams of cottage cheese, low fat cottage cheese. So this is really good, like per 100 grams, you've only got 2.5 grams of fat and only 3.8 grams of carbs. And you've actually got 12.5 grams of protein. And that's for the low fat cottage cheese. This one's a bit more expensive than the home brand one, but it had the macros that I needed. So you really do have to pay for what you eat. Now with that, we just add in peanut butter, which I'm gonna take the bowl off, just so it's a lot easier to get what you need out of the peanut butter jar. So as I take it out, it's gonna become a negative, and that's gonna tell me exactly what I need. So I think it's 50 grams I had, so we'll just dig in that until we hit 50. And it's actually a fair bit. And there's 50, spot on. And we'll just chuck that straight into the bowl. Perfect. And now we don't need this anymore. All we do there is chuck 1 scoop of your casein protein, vanilla flavored. So also your casein tub of protein is roughly about that $80 mark as well. But they're generally always on sale, so it doesn't matter what brand you go for as long as it's one that you like the taste of. And all we're gonna do here is now add some water. Just a bit, maybe half a cup. Bang. That's what that looks like. Let's give it a mix. Mix in that peanut butter. The casein actually soaks in all of the water pretty fast. And then the peanut butter, as you mix it, will help thicken it up. So if you need more water, at it, you're better off putting a bit less than what you need than having it a bit thicker. So that's a little bit runnier than what I want, but hey, that's not a bad little dessert. And that's that. One of my favorites. So that is it for a day of eating on one of my low carb days. Pretty exciting. Like, you've got some pretty extreme meals right there. So I'll finish up on this. Make sure I keep my water up. I probably haven't even touched 2 liters yet. So I really got to get on top of that. Tomorrow I'm going to feel it. I may find that I have more migraines than usual because I don't have as much water. But if you keep your hydration up, you're definitely going to feel a lot better the next day. So you're always drinking water to hydrate yourself for the following day. But after this, I'm off to bed. Jess will be home at 9:30. So there's no point in me going to bed just now because she's going to wake me up. So I'm going to chill out and watch Suicide Squads. Maybe do a little bit of puzzle. Who knows? But I'll see you on the next one. So stay tuned.